Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to my current fountain pen collection. I thought I would take an hour or so and just kind of write down all of the pens that I currently have, because it's been a minute since I've made a list, and I have the pen reviews, but I don't have like a list of all of the pens that I have. So let's just get started. So the first pen that I have is my Noodler's Conrad Christmas edition. So August 1st, 2024. So my red Noodlers with an Ultra Flex nib currently being used. I then have my yellow Noodler's Conrad, Noodler's Conrad Ultra Flex nib. I then have my green Noodler's Conrad with the Ultra Flex nib. I then have a pink, an orange, and a purple Noodler's Conrad. No, wait, first. Then I have my blue swirl Noodler's Conrad. Blue Noodler's Conrad with the Ultra Flex nib. Then we have our pink, which is actually a clear Noodler's Conrad with the Ultra Flex nib. And then I have an orange, clear Noodler's Conrad with the Ultra Flex nib. Then I have a purple, clear Noodler's Conrad with a normal Noodler's Flex nib. Can you even see what I'm doing? You can't see what I'm doing. Is that better? Can you see what I'm doing kind of a little bit? Why is it moving? Okay. Then I have two clear nib creepers. Clear nib creeper Noodlers. And one of them has a number 2 Waterman nib. I have a red Noodler's nib creeper. With a flex nib. Let's see, is that all of the Noodler's pens that I have? Blue. And then I have a clear Noodler's nib creep, clear Noodler's Conrad with the Ultra Flex nib. Almost forgot about the clear one. Then we have a yellow. I have a yellow Click fountain pen. With a number 5.5 Ultra Flex nib. And then I think we move into the Pilot department. Sorry, folks. Hello, evil critter. How are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? Then we finally move out of the Noodlers department into the Pilot department. I have a Pilot 912 with an FA nib. I have a Pilot Prera, a blue Pilot Prera with a cursive medium nib. I have a Pilot Vanishing Point. In matte black. I'm doing good. I had a little bit of stuffy nose earlier, but that was till my antihistamines kicked in. So I'm doing well now. Let's see, what else? Do I have any other Pilot pens? I have a clear Pilot Kakuno. With a medium nib. I have a green Pilot Kakuno with what color nib is on this? This has a broad nib on it right now. Actually, I need to change these so I don't get them confused. Because my broad nib goes on my 78G Plus. I don't want to muck that up. Has a Pilot number 5 medium nib. Medium nib. Okay. Green Kakuno medium nib. I have a Pilot 78G Plus. 78G Plus. That's the one that's plated in gold. Cough. Fake cough. This has a broad nib on it, which is more like a cursive rod. I have spent the past 3 days trying to clean Konpeki out of a Himalaya. Oh yeah, that's the one. I also spent 3 days because the one problem that the fountain pen revolution has is that the ebonite feed absorbs all of the ink. 1 second. My dear friend Kathy gave me one of these for Christmas. It's a Group Bow. It's a jewelry cleaner or an ultrasonic cleaner. And let me tell you, you put a little bit of dish soap and a little bit of ammonia in there, or you just leave it in a little Dixie cup on the side for 3 days. I've been just leaving it in a Dixie cup for 3 days, and then cleaning out the water every day. So, oh no, I got water on my frickin' paper. Like, sometimes you gotta pick your poison. But definitely a little bit of Dawn dish soap and a dab of ammonia. I put my ammonia in one of those machines that you put the soap in. I put it in a soap dispenser, that's what it's called. I put my ammonia in a soap dispenser and I do 2 squirts of that in my Dixie cup. It gets it out in like a day and a half. Okay, where was I? Pilot 78G Plus. I have a Pilot 78G Plus. And then I have a Pilot Falcon with a soft, fine nib. And then I have an AdMock M800 with a medium nib. Then I have a Moonman T1 in pink with a fine nib. Then we have a Mahjong P136 with Franklin Christoph broad nib. And then I have Narwhal original with a Noodlers flex nib. I'm going to abbreviate that to NFN. Thank you for the advice. I bought some ammonia to clean my Diplomat Magnum that literally grew tiny mushrooms. Ew. From some old ink ad. Oh dear, that's not great. Yeah, you need to get the bleach out when that happens. And the Magnums are made out of metal and plastic, so you should be able to use bleach in it relatively, or pull the nib and the feed out to get it real good clean. Okay, and then we're going to flip the page, and here's our next set of pens. We have, am I forgetting any? I am forgetting one. We have the Narwhal Pride, the Narwhal Voyage, oh dear, Narwhal, no, okay, Narwhal Voyage Pride 2024. With a double broad nib. Oh, good. Yeah, sometimes Dawn dish soap, that's the one. Dawn dish soap, folks. Not Palmolive, not any of the other ones. No, not hand soap. Dawn dish soap. That stuff will get everything out, let me tell you. Alright, okay, so that was that space. What's in that space? I don't know what was in that space. Anyway, okay. Oh, let's see. Maybe we'll put that on later. Alright, then we have Lamy Vista. Forget what nib is in here. We have a fine nib. Lamy Vista with a fine nib. We have a black Lamy Safari. Why am I putting an I? It's supposed to be a Y. Lamy Safari with a fine nib. With a fine nib. Then we have a Lamy Safari Dark Lilac with a super broad nib. I call it a super broad nib because I don't know any other broad nibs that they made that big. And then the next pen that I have is the Lamy Studio in matte black with a medium nib. With a medium nib. Matte black. I really like the Studio. If you guys like a snap cap and like a nice rubberized grip section, a circular grip section, this is the one. Cost a little bit more money, but I think is worth it. Alright, the next pens that we have are the TWSBIs. So TWSBI Eco T. This one has a 1.1 millimeter stub. 1.1. We have a TWSBI 580 Iris. 80 Iris with a broad nib. I need to use better pen hygiene. No more sticking a pen right in the bottle. You know, I was the same way. I used to just fill right from the bottle, but then I learned about the fungus growth, and ever since then, if I want to use an ink, I go to Goulet pens. It's the only one that has the good samples vials. I get like 100 sample vials at a time because I'm the ink master for the ink club. So I will get the good vials from Goulet pens, and I will use a syringe, blunt tip syringe. You can get like 100 of these on wish.com for like 20 bucks. And the tips, you could get like 20 of them for $1 or $2. I can't remember what it was, maybe $5. But so you can get a whole bunch of these for very cheap, and then you just use put that in the sample vial, and then if you contaminate the sample vial, whatever, it's only a sample. But like if you contaminate a whole bottle, it's not cute. And then after I put the sample in, and put a portion of the bottle in the sample, I wash the syringes out with soap and water, and I make sure that they're good and washed out, and that they don't have any extra soap, because if you put the soap back in the bottle, it'll ruin the water tension, and it will cause the ink to run right out of your pen, and then you have to find a really tight pen to put that ink in, or it's just a dip pen ink for the rest of its life. And that sucks. Where was I? Okay, TWSBI. We have a TWSBI Swipe. Hi Alex, how are you? What's on here? Oh, this is one of my favorite double broad nibs. Look at the tipping on that. Ooh. That was from one of the TWSBI Go's. The TWSBI Go's, I don't know what they did to their nibs, but like they had a batch that were like this double broad, super broad nibs, and I just wish I could buy a whole bucket of them. Alright, then we have the TWSBI Mini. Mini 580. What is the nib on here? I think it's a broad nib. I only use broad nibs. It's a broad nib. So you can definitely tell the super broad nib from the broad nib. I don't know what they did to their nibs, but like I wish that they put this much tipping on all of their nibs. Just saying. TWSBI, if you're listening. Make the super broad nibs. We don't want none of this normal broad baloney. Okay, there's one page. Let's open up another page. We're almost 2/3 the way done. Maybe like one-third the way done. Alright, then we have a TWSBI. Mini 580. I think it's a 580 mini. I'm not sure. All I know is a TWSBI mini, and it is a broad nib, and it's purple. But I don't like this pen because what happened there? The insides of the piston are made of metal, and it feels like a scratchy. So I don't like it too much. Alright, the next pen that we have are the Go's. So we have a TWSBI Go in clear. The TWSBI Go in clear has... can't tell. I also wish that they would put their notifications in a normal place, like on the side where we can see. Oh, this one has a fine nib in it. Not my favorite. Clear in a fine nib. Then we have a TWSBI Go in blue. And the blue one has... I think this one might be my medium nib. Yep, that's a medium. Medium. Did I put the blue TWSBI? The blue Swipe? TWSBI Swipe Smoke. And then we have a TWSBI Swipe in blue. Blue Ice or Ice Blue. Something like that. And this one has a medium nib on it. Oops. I got a swipe and a go going on this week. And this one has a medium nib. Both of these got a medium nib? Are you sure? That's a medium. That's a medium. How about that? I got two mediums. I didn't even know I had two medium TWSBI nibs. Okay. I missed quite a bit. I will have to go back and watch from the start. I'm just going over the pens that I currently have. I saw that Karina Loves to Plan did an inventory. She does an inventory every month. But I figure I'm 8 months in, I might as well do an inventory of all the pens that I have. That way I can kind of keep track of what I have and what I don't have. Then we have a red FPR Himalaya version 1 with an Ultra Flex nib 5.5. Then we have an orange FPR, that's Fountain Pen Revolution, for Himalaya version 2 with an Ultra Flex nib number 6. Then we have a white FPR Himalaya version 2 with an Ultra Flex nib number 6. Then we have a green FPR Himalaya version 1 with an Ultra Flex nib number 5.5. Then we get into the weird ones. We have a green black FPR Himalaya version 1.5 with a 14 karat flex nib. Which do I prefer? I prefer the version 2 with the number 6 Ultra Flex nib because the version 1 has this sometimes difficult push-pull jobby, and if you want just a little bit of ink, you can have a mess on your hands. I don't know if you saw about that, but I had to push rather hard. And the version 2 has a piston, which even if you jerk it, it's only going to push a little tiny bit of ink out. It's got that normal-ish cartridge converter, even though it's a proprietary cartridge converter. I just love the ink flow on these. I do not like their other versions because they use normal sized cartridge converters. Making a mess, fuck. First of all, if you look at the bore hole on that, that goes directly to the feed. Look at how big that is. It goes directly to the feed. So, like, it's massive. And the difference between the bore holes on these is just incredible. you are not going to get the flow from this type of a converter. It's just not going to happen. I should probably grease this while I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. A little bit of grease, a little dab will do ya. These are a little bit finicky, but once you figure them out, they're actually not that bad. And I very rarely have to take my converters out of these pens, because I just take a bulb syringe, pull the nib and feed, and in there, and it's done. It takes like 2 seconds to clean out the barrel of this. You can also eyedropper it, but that's a lot of ink. I don't even know how much ink that is. But the other reason that I like them is because they're beautiful. I could stare into the chatoyancy of these pens for just days. They're just magnificently gorgeous. Even this not very chatoyant one just has whoops and swirls in it that are amazing. Just amazing to look at. Okay, where was I? Put this away. You have the purple one. Cool. I like these. They're fun. Let's see, the green, black, then we have the purple. FPR version 2 with an Ultra Flex nib. And then I have the blue FPR Himalaya version 2. The blue one is the most difficult one to clean out because it's the oldest. And the feed, my feed is kind of keyed. It looks like it's not quite a circle. It's got like a triangular shape to it. It's weird. And then I have, is that all the FPRs that I have? Yes, no, maybe, okay, yes. Okay, yep, that's all the FPRs that I got. V2 with the Ultra Flex nib. Then I have a red Wingsung 630 with a medium nib. And then I have that's what that one was. Okay, then I have a beautiful Leonardo Memento Magico in Esmeraldo with a beautiful Leonardo broad nib, which is like the smoothest thing on the face of the planet. So smooth and so beautiful. This was my first expensive pen, my third expensive pen that I've ever bought. And the reason that I bought it was because it was cheaper than the Pelikan Ocean Swirl. And a broad nib. You just inked the Space Pocket Pen, the first experience with the bladder feed. It did not take a lot of it, but it writes real smooth for an extra fine hooded nib. I'm so glad that you like it. It's one of those that you gotta kind of twist the bladder instead of kind of squeezing it, because if you only squeeze it, you only get a little teeny tiny drop, maybe 2 little drops. All right, then we have the, what is this? Kaigelu 356. This is another really pretty cheap-ish pen, but the reason that I got this one was because it had a blind cap like the Leonardo pen does, but it costs like 1/10 of the price. And you don't have to open the whole pen just to get a little drop of ink out. The problem with this pen is it comes with a proprietary sized number 6 size nib, and it doesn't fit any other number 6 size nibs. So if anybody wants it, it's on my list of pens that I'm selling. Kaigelu 356 with an extra fine nib. Then I have the Jinhao 100th Centennial. Let's see. We have the Jinhao 100th Centennial. I don't know of any pens that line up this good. It's just amazing. It lines up so good. It's awesome. Jinhao 100th. And the color is called Galaxy. And this has a medium nib, I think, maybe. Nope, that's a fine nib. Jinhao fine nib. Then we have Hongdian N8 maple fountain pen. And this has a, I don't know what nib is on here. Oh, can I tell? Oh, it just says Hongdian. Oh, it says fine. Okay. Alright, that's all for that bit. I think, let me see, am I missing anything? Okay. Studio, Lamy Safari, Leonardo, Pride Pen. Alright, then we open the next 48 pen case. And we have some Watermans, a Jinhao, Preppy, Lombatow, Jinhao 992, a calligraphy pen, Urin 401, Winx, Songs, or Hero 613, some Conklins, some more Jinhouse, another Jinhao, Pelican, Jinhao, Jane Davenport, Hong Dion, Rainbow Force Fountain Pen. You still want that one, don't you? Masterpiece, Uli, Schneider, Jinhao, Sailor, Jinhao 992s. So, oh my goodness. All right, good job. All right, we have a Waterman, 12, POC, with a Boinga Boinga nib. We have a Waterman, 12, with a clip, with a soft nib, and we have a Waterman, 12, no clip, with a stiffy. I call it a stiffy because it's very stiff, for me anyway. I need to know the price on it as well. I will figure that out in a minute. Don't let me forget. Just let me finish this before I do that, because I'm going to do another thing. Then we have a Jinhao. What is this thing? It's a Jinhao 51A. 51A in orange. I used to have a blue one, but I gifted that away. And this one has a hooded fine nib. And we have a Jinhao 992 brush pen. I don't think that's actually what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. I don't think Jinhao actually makes the brush part, but I don't know what else to call it. This is a J.R. Bond. This was free with a Fountain Pen Revolution purchase. Eyedropper pen. I don't know what kind of nib is in here. It says iridium point. I don't know what that means. Looks like a fine nib to me. No. And then we have Pilot Preppy. Where's my Pilot Preppy? Pilot Preppy. Blue Pilot Preppy. Platinum. With a medium 05 nib. And I have a Platinum Preppy. A Smoke. With a fine 03 nib. And I have a Lambatow. 3059 in mint with a fine nib. Lombardau 3059 in tan with a fine nib. Fugilong, how do you spell that? F-U-G-U-I. F-U-G-U-I-L-O-N-G. God, I wish my eyes were better. 902. 902. This one has a huge 2.9 millimeter stub. 2.9 millimeter stub. Oh, I put that in the wrong place. Then I have a Jinhao 992. This one's one that Friedrich sent me, and it's eyedropper because he put some squish in the barrel. Jinhao 992. This one has a Monteverde Monza nib. It's got a medium nib. And it's missing its finial, but whatever, it's fine. Then I have my fancy calligraphy nib pen. That I bought. I don't use because it leaks like a sieve. Then I have a Urin 401, and it has an extra fine. This one has a calligraphy nib. A Zebra G nib. I had to force my brain to go down that path. It's not gone down in a minute. That really have a good price. They really have good prices for what they make. Do you know what nib came on your pen? Which one? The rainbow pen is extra fine. Okay. Urin 401. Then we have, this is a Monteverde Monza. It's got a clear, and it has a 0.7. With a 0.7 millimeter. 7 p.m. I have this Hero. I think that's the Hero logo. Yes, that says Hero 61613. And that has a hooded extra fine. And that's another page. That's 50. I think that's 50. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That's 64 pens. Oh my god. I have too many pens. 30, 33, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 8, 39, 40, 41, 42, 45, 46, 47, 60, 61, 62, 64, and counting. Then we have a Wing Sung 3003. Oops, where am I? .3003 with an extra fine nib. Have I done all of these? No. Then I have my brand new Moonman A2. With an extra fine nib. It probably has the smoothest extra fine nib I've ever used. It's really fine and it's really smooth. I don't know how they do it, but I like it. And then we have Conklin. Endless Summer. Beautiful pen, has a Fountain Pen Revolution flex nib in it. And then we have a Rainbow Conklin Duragraph with a 1.1 millimeter stub. With a 1.1 millimeter stub. It's probably my heaviest pen too. Next one that we have is a Jinhao X750 in Champagne. X750. And this has a fine nib. Oh, I think they are usually fine, but my friend got a medium that says 0 Germany M. Oh. Then we have a Jinhao X750 with a fine nib. X750 in silver with a fine nib. And we have a Jinhao X450. The X450 have the little grips. And this has a cursive medium nib on it. X450 in black with a cursive medium nib. But I've kind of reground it to a medium because I didn't like the cursive medium because it went this way and not this way. If it was this way, I'd be able to write with it pretty well, but it wasn't, so. And then I have a blue Jinhao X450 with a Noodler's Flex nib in. X450 blue with a Noodler's Flex nib in. Then we have the big boys. We got the Jinhao 9019 with a number 8 size medium nib in it. Had the pink one. I sent that to Womble Bumblebee. Jinhao 9019 with a number 8 medium nib. And clear gold. And then we get to the Pelicans. Pelican Twist in blue. And let me see, does this one have an identification? Medium. It's a left and right medium nib. Pelican Twist blue medium. Then we have a Pelican I can't remember if it's 200 or a M200. This one just says Germany. There are no other identifying markers. Great job, Pelican. It's a golden barrel. It's an M200. 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 It has a medium nib on it. The only thing that I can think of that is a good positive for this pen is it comes off in like less than one turn. That is the only admirable thing about this pen. You can't take it apart. You can't really upgrade the nib. You can't pull the nib out. You can untwist the unit and you can clean it that way, but like if your piston gets stuck, you're screwed. That's just it. And it doesn't go any farther down than that. That's it. That's all you get. And I don't think that that's worth more than it's worth. Alright, then we have a Jinhao. What number is this? The Jinhao 599. Whoa, what did I do there? Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. But there's a Jinhao, it's a generic iridium nib on there. There should be a 1.1 millimeter stub, but I don't know what I did with it. $5.99 with a fine generic. And then I have, hello Mama Juju, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? Then we have a Jane Davenport Incredible fountain pen with a generic iridium point nib. We'll call it a fine nib. Then we have the Hongdian Black Forest Rainbow Fountain Pen. This one has an extra fine nib. And even the nib is rainbow too. And has a very satisfying click. Then we have my first fountain pen ever. This is called a manuscript. And it came with about 3 of these grip sections. No, it came with about 6 grip sections, and 3 of them went down the drain. But this one has, it's because I didn't know about fountain pens at the time. This one has a 1.5 millimeter stub. .6 millimeter. And then I have a red Uli pen. Uli. And this has probably a very unique. This has the same type of feed situation that my first fountain pen had, and that it has a wick feed. So down the middle of the feed, there is this fibrous tissue that brings the ink to the tip of the nib, which I thought was really weird. But then I learned about capillary action, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Can I just... There. Then we have a Schneider, S-C-H-N-E-I-T-E-R, Ray. And this has a medium nib, even though it's more like a broad. Schneider Ray. This was a gift from pen friend Chris Signs. Thank you, Chris. Has a really nice chunk of tipping on there. I don't think it has a designation, but it's very broad. And then we have the Chonky Boy, Jinhao 159 with a fine nib. And then we get into the little pens. We have a Jinhao 82. It had a fancy name. I'm just going to call it Green. And it has... Does this have my 1.1 millimeter stub? This has my 1.1 millimeter stub on it. Even though that doesn't belong in that pen. And then we have a Sailor Dragon's Palace, and a Sailor Pro Gear Slim Dragon's Palace. This one has a medium fine nib on it, and it's 14 karat. Really nice. Hi Friedrich, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? Then we have another Sailor Pro Gear Slim Blue Sky, Night Sky. Fuck, I can't never remember it. Can you just? Midnight Sky. And this one has, I think it has this one has a hard medium nib. Hard medium nib. And it is also 14 karat. Hanging in there. It was 94 degrees. I know. Today we had a light one. I couldn't believe it. It was only 82. But tomorrow it's supposed to be like 88. So I feel ya. And then we have all of these Jinhao 992s. Nope, this is a Monteverde Monza. This has fine nib. This is another Monteverde Monza. This one has a generic fine nib. Monteverde Monza. Don't ask me what happened to the nibs. They probably all went down the tube. Because I'm not really good at dealing with nibs. There. That's a Monteverde Monza with a flex nib. Monteverde Monza. An OmniFlex nib. That's what it says on it. It's not very good at being a flex nib. And we have a Jinhao 992 with a generic fine nib. Fine. Oh no, that's the actual Jinhao nib. There's a Chariot on there, you can tell. Fine nib. And we have a Jinhao 992. This one has a 1.5 millimeter stub. Jinhao 992 1.5 millimeter stub. We're almost done. I can see the grail. Then we have a Jinhao 992. Jinhao 992 with a fine nib. Then we have a Jinhao 992 with a hooded extra fine nib. Jinhao 992 extra fine nib. And then this is my Wing Sung 3008. Blue with a fine nib. What else did I forget? Oh, I have Kuretake brush pen. I've got several of these. Time to break out the third folder. I know. Don't laugh, Arlene. And I've got several pens over here. Okay, so we have Noodlers. We'll do the Noodlers first. We'll do the Noodlers, Gray Conrad, with a 14 karat Yovo extra fine nib from fpnibs.com. And then we have a Pilot Petite 3 Fude brush pen. Pilot Petite 3 Fude brush pen. And then we have a Pilot Petite 1 fountain pen. Pink. You see, this one was blue, black, pink. This one has a, God, I wish my eyes were better at seeing. Medium nib. All right, we're on to page number 4 now. 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 9, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 90, 93, 94, 95, 96. Christ on a bike. Don't even ask Friedrich if he's ever done this. It'd take him 12 days. Then we have a Pilot Petite 1 in black. That one had a medium. I think this has my fine nib on it. Let's see if I can see. Does that say fine? I can't tell. That's a fine nib. And then I think the last of the fountain pens, this was a gift from Pierre Gustafson. It's like the tiniest pen in the entire world. It's so little that even I have to post it. Isn't that cute? This is a lady ring top. A vintage lady ring top bladder fill. Vintage lady ring top bladder fill with a 14 karat Waterman. Number 2 nib in it. Because the nib that came with it didn't flex, and I didn't think that was cute. Oh my god, I think I did it. I did all the fountain pens. Can you believe it? 96, 97, 98. Did I forget any? Studio, Go, Swipe, Jinhao, Leonardo, Preppy, Mahjong, Dark Lilac, Pride, Clear, Red, Blue, 3003, Gray, Kuretake, Petite 3. I think I did it. I think I did all the pens. Yep, I did it. I did all the pens. Wow. So now I just need 2 more pens to complete the number to a round number. Help me out. Okay, so now I need to look at the pens that I have for sale. Okay, I have pens for sale if anybody wants them. Okay. If you gifted me these pens and you don't want me to give them away, too bad, I need more pens. Sorry. Sorry, you're welcome. But if I'm not using them, they're just collecting dust and they need to move on to people that want them. Alright, we have a Pilot Custom 912 with an FA nib, $250. That's the cheapest I could find it online. Let me see. Pilot 912 FA. Yep. It's $30 cheaper no, 80, 70, 60. Yeah. $30 cheaper than I could find it online. So, $250. The Golden Barrel pen goes for $208 and selling it for $120. That's like half off. Can't beat that with 10-foot pole. I'm selling my TWSBI Eco T with a 1.1 millimeter stub. Oh, I've got comments. They all just like rush in. I don't know why they do that. This program sucks. Yeah, Friedrich sent me the space pen. I was very grateful to be able to use it. But it's just too thin. It hurts my fingers when I write with it. But if you got little hands, it's great for little hands. Yeah, you see, Friedrich's got 3,700 pens. Share the wealth, Friedrich. Jeez. That's not a sickness. We're just collecting. We're collectors. That's a lot of things. Look at them all. Yeah, I bet. A lifetime of pens. Try to keep them organized as possible, though they take up an entire room. Yup. And I think I'm roughly 500 or so bottles of ink. Oh my God. I just, since I'm the ink master for the club, I just went over all of the 82 bottles and I gave them back to the club. So now I think I have maybe I have gained some bottles because I stole some bottles from the ink club, but I might bring them back when I'm done with them. So I'm up like a couple. We should do my ink bottles next, another day. The Metropolitan is even going up by $10. Oh no! What's my favorite ink? I have several Japanese inks. Hiroshizuku Inaho. Oh, Inaho! I can imagine Cartman saying it. Browns and yellow inks. Very good. Hold on to your hat stripes. Have Walmart, Genius, Iridium, Point Pen, and Higgins ink. Wow, that's... I would never put Higgins ink in a fountain pen. Just letting you all know that doesn't belong in a fountain pen. Okay, so then we have the Longitau 3059 in mint, and a fine. Oh, we have the green black fountain pen Revolution Himalaya version 1.5. That's this one. It's got a gold nib in it. Problem with it is it's got the push-pull converter. Nothing wrong with it. It's just how it is. And it's going for $140. Then we have the Longitau 3059 in mint. Longitau 3059 in mint. And the Longitau 3059 in tan. Those are $5 a piece. But you'll pay more for shipping, just so you know, because it's a minimum of $5 for shipping. Then we have the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Dragon Palace with a 14 karat medium fine nib. That's this here green one. And that's $100. That's the cheapest I could find it online. And I even think that that one was for the steel nib. Dragon Palace. Yeah, I was going for $155 online. This one is for $100. Then we have the Pro Gear Slim Midnight Sky. They go for like $215. I'm selling it for $190. And we have the Sailor 1911 Wicked Witch of the West with a hard broad nib, 14 karat, for $200, which is a steal because they're going for like lots of money. Let's see Sailor 1911. This is a 1911S, which is the small version. They go online for $310. This one's only $200. Then we have the Jinhao 159, this big red one, $5. The Jinhao Champagne, this one, $5. The Jinhao Silver, $5. The Jinhao 450 Blue Sky with a Noodler's Flex nib, $10. And the reason it's more is because it's got a Noodler's Flex nib in. Okay, then we have the Uli Red pen, which is a fine nib for $3. Jinhao 992 fine nibs are $1 plus shipping. The Fugilong 902 is $3. The Jinhao. Okay, then we get down to the nibs. Why aren't my Conklins on here? Conklin, no. Oh my, well, I guess I have to add things to the list. I think I might keep those. I think I might keep my Conklins. So, then we get down to the nibs. Got nibs for sale. We have the Yovo Extra Fine Flex. It's not really a good flex nib, but it works really great as an extra fine nib. Half off, $10. We have a Noodlers. I have several Noodlers flex nibs. They're extra fine. They're really nice. Those are $5 a piece. Usually goes online $8 a piece. So plus shipping, of course. I have like 5 or 6 or 7 of those. Maybe 5. Sorry, I wasn't counting. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 of those. I have 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 of those. Then I have a Yovo 1.5 millimeter stub somewhere. I think I may have sold my 1.5 millimeter stub. Which one is this? Oh, I have. It's a number 5 size. I don't know where it is. I have a 1 millimeter stub. I have a 1 millimeter stub. Yovo number 5 nib. .0 millimeter stub. That's $10. I have a Conklin. Nope. There it is. We have a Conklin number 6 extra fine nib. That's $10. We have 2 Blue Dew Flex nibs. These only work in Blue Dew nib housings. They don't really work in other fountain pens, but I have 2 of those. If you have a Blue Dew pen, they will work in your Blue Dew pen and only in your Blue Dew pen. So, grain of salt. Then we have, those are $10 a piece. Then I have a 14 karat Yovo full flex nib. This is from fpnibs.com, and it's very flexible, very soft, way soft. and that's $300. Then we have a Conklin, we have a Pilot Falcon, an extra Pilot Falcon nib. What did I do with the Falcon nib? And that is a soft fine nib. And that's $70. And that's just for the weight of the gold. Then we have a Conklin Omniflex nib. This is an old style Conklin Omniflex nib. It's been ground to fit the new style of Yovo nibs. So I hand ground this so that it would fit the new nibs and not the old nibs, the old nib housings, and that's $10. And then we have the Pilot Petite Varsity. I have a medium, a fine, and two medium nibs. And there's what that looks like. There's a medium nib. Another medium nib. And a fine nib. And then we have Lamy style extra fine nibs. These are generic. I have two generic extra fine nibs, and those are $5. They work really nicely. I just found that I don't like extra fine nibs. Keeping that one. And then I have a number 5 steel fine, extra fine nib. It's a Jinhao extra fine nib. It's got the little horse and carriage on. Oh dear. And there it goes into the abyss. I found it. And then I have I owe somebody this 1.5 millimeter stub. If you bought, was it you, Arc Boy, that had that I gave the pen to? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I owe you a nib, don't I? I think that's the nib that goes to that pen. So don't let me forget. And then I have, what is this? This is a Narwhal nib. $20 for that. And then I'm keeping my Ultraflex nib. And then I also owe you this little number 5 flex nib. Don't let me forget. I also have a generic extra fine or fine iridium point nib. And then that goes to my vintage pen. Extra feeds. And if anybody wants an agitator, let me know. And those are all the nibs that I have for sale. Well, 98 pens. Can you believe it? We made it all this way. Hopefully, I can keep up with the... Okay, I tick off these. Those have been given out. You wanted the Rainbow Forest fountain pen and the flex nib. Which is the other one that you wanted? Oh yes, I owe you the the come on, Frank, come on, don't just do something, stand there. Franklin Christoph 1.5. Okay. So, if anybody would like any of these pens or nibs, all you have to do is write me a message on Instagram. Don't tell me here. I won't remember. So go to Instagram. .com/Marilyn Darling. Go up to the top. And write me a message and tell me which pen you want and how much money that I told you that it was worth. And then I will double check my list. And then I do take PayPal. Of course, you could send me a check, but that takes longer because I need to figure out how much shipping is. And then you need to write me a check for that amount. So, and orders usually ship the next business day. So if you order on a Friday, tomorrow, for example, it will go out on Monday, depending on when I receive payment. If you're using a check, whenever the payment comes in. Because currently I am heavily in the negative. So, $2,000. But it's not all for pens, it's for other necessity things that happen in life. Anyway, so if you're interested, just let me know. That's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. I need 2 more pens, I know. If you want to send me pens, you can totally send me pens. This is my business address. You can send me mail there, and I will receive it. You can also send me fountain pens, ink, and paper. Just don't send me any more stickers or washi tape, because I have too many stickers, too many washi tape. I do appreciate them, but I have an entire box of stickers and washi tape that I'm not using. So, just letting y'all know. If anybody wants stickers, let me know. Alright, that's all I've got. Have a great day. Get out there and enjoy your life. Be with the people you love. Tell them you love them. And I love you to pieces. Don't forget to check out my website. I just updated my website. I have a blog now. So if you want to read the blog, all you have to do is go to MissMarilynDarling.com/blog. And it will pop up this, and you can kind of read about my day if you're so interested in what's going on in my life. It's not super involved, but like it kind of gives you a little sneaky peek of what's going on. I don't really use Facebook anymore. I do update to my um, Discord more often than I do my Facebook. And Facebook is mainly for TikTok sharing to me. So, there you go. So, check out the website, join our calligraphy class, check out the paper reviews page, join the Discord. I've been uploading my blogs over there in the blog tab along the edge. And if you'd like to save 10% off on your next order to Pen Boutique or Atlas Stationers, I am an affiliate. When you use my link, you get a discount and I get a small commission so that I can make better content for all of you. Get out there and enjoy your life. Be with the people you love. Tell them you love them, and I love you to pieces. Have a great day. Okay, love you, bye. Yes, go join the Discord. It's so much fun. Okay, bye. Hold on. How much does that really cute one cost with the orange? Really cute one with the orange. This one? Or I don't have any other orange ones for sale anyway. This one? Fugilong. Fugilong. Fugilong 902. It's got a 2.9 millimeter stub, $3 plus shipping. I hope that helps. Okay, bye.